Hello everyone and welcome back to RoboFreaks. I am not a very big fan of the game which we will be building today. Honestly, I was never able to get a high score in this game and lost all the time. The game is very famous by the name Whack-A-Mole. But in this tutorial, we will be making our own scratchy version of the game called Whack-A-Virus. The game already sounds satisfying to me. I don't know about playing, but I will surely enjoy making the game. But before we do so, I want you all to subscribe to our channel for many such amazing game development videos and tutorials. With that being said, let's get started. Let's see how the final game looks like. Just like the original game, we too have a hammer which can be hovered with the help of mouse, and there are many holes from which viruses spawn randomly. Our goal is to hit as many of these viruses as possible before the timer runs out. Let's dive right into developing the game from scratch. I will name the game as Whack-A-Virus. And before we can start with the code, we need to create our game environment. Let's see, we had a hammer and a hole from which viruses should spawn. Let us quickly draw the hammer first. All we need is two rectangles. I will name this sprite as hammer. Moving on to the viruses, this part is a little tricky. What we need to do is create different costumes corresponding to different position of the virus. First I will create a simple circle which will behave like the hole from which viruses spawn. Now let's import the virus sprite from library. Create a duplicate of this costume, and what we will do is create 10 such costumes in which different portion of the virus is visible. Like in this costume, I will only make the head of virus visible and erase the rest of the body. Position it properly on the hole and done. I will create similar copies 10 times. Notice that how the virus is more and more visible as we move down, and it is completely visible over here, and after that it goes back in again. Make sure that this order is maintained as we will use it in our code. I have modified the background and sprites to give a better feel to the game. You can get these sprites and backgrounds from the link in the description below. Now that our sprites are ready, we will head on to the code. The hammer part is pretty simple. When the game starts, the hammer should continuously follow the mouse. I will use a go-to mouse pointer inside a forever block. Also bring the hammer in front so that it does not hide behind the viruses. Also I will keep the hammer in raised position at an angle of 30 degrees. The hammer hovers with the mouse very smoothly. Now I want the hammer to hit the virus when mouse is clicked. For this, we create another block and check if mouse is clicked using mouse down block. If it is pressed, I will rotate my hammer for some angle and then rotate it back up such that it looks like hitting. To do this in a smooth way, we will rotate by small angle of 10 degrees and then reverse this exactly by 10 degrees again. Let's run the code. Great, it really looks like the hammer is hitting something. The hammer part is done, and that was easy, right? Now let's code these deadly viruses. Head on to the virus sprite. I hope you remember that we created 10 costumes at the start. If we set costume to costume 1 in the start and switch costume 10 times, we will be back on costume 1 again, right? When the flag is clicked, set the costume as costume 1 and using a repeat block, I will simply display the next costume and add a wait block so that you can see what is happening. This gives a really smooth hide and show effect. I want this to happen continuously, so I will put all of this in forever block. The player should not be able to predict when the virus is going to show up. What I will do is add a wait block and wait for some random time between 1 and 10 seconds. Let's run and verify our code till now. Cool! It's not easy to guess when the virus will show up. Our game is almost ready. Now all we need to do is check if our hammer is hitting the virus or not. How to check this? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is the hammer must be touching the virus, right? And secondly, when we click the mouse, our hammer goes down and comes back. I will use this as a condition too. If the hammer is pointing down and touching the virus, then it is a hit. I will keep this angle as -60 because we set -30 as default angle and rotate it 50 degrees down and then 50 back up. So our hammer moves till -80 degrees maximum. Let us add these conditions quickly. I will add a sound effect when we hit. And make this virus say something too. Hey, did you see that? I am able to hit the virus multiple times if I press the mouse very quickly. I don't want this to happen. For this, I will create a variable called hit. Set it to false initially, indicating that virus has not been hit. If the virus was not hit before and the player smashes the hammer, then we set this as true, indicating that the virus has been hit and cannot be hit again until it comes back up. Well, the major part of our game is ready, and I know you are wondering, are we going to whack only a single virus? Well, no. Don't worry, we will cover that soon. Before that, let's add the most crucial part, which is the score and the timer. I will create two new variables called score and time left. And every time we hit the virus, I will give the player 1 point. Set the score to 0 when the game starts. Let us code the timer now. Every game will be of 30 seconds, and when this time finishes, we will display game over. Set time left to 30 at start. We will decrement the time using scratch timer block and do this until time left becomes less than 0. When this loop exits, we will set time left to 0 again and broadcast game over message and stop everything. I will create another sprite to show the game over message. Paint a new sprite, write game over, and initially hide this sprite. And when it receives game over, show the sprite and bring it to front. Now to create multiple viruses, simply duplicate the sprite multiple times and arrange them properly. With this, our Whack a Virus game is over. Let's play and see how much we can score. Oh man, I am still bad at this game. But if you think you are better than me, head over to our Scratch page using the link in the description below and try to break the high scores. If you enjoyed watching this video and learned something cool today, do hit the like button, and we enjoy making and sharing these games with you. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update from RoboFreaks. See you in the next video. Till then, happy learning, freaks!